So all you have to do is shoot your Cedo, swap to your Noctua and pump them up. I just woke up today and I thought to myself, how much crit strike chance can I actually get on Mesa? If you also wanna know, give it a watch and enjoy. Just to clear things out, that's not a video about the best build for Mesa or a build that you should be playing. I just wanted to see how much critical strike chance I can juice up on regulators. I also wanted to retain usability of the build. If I ever wanted to use it as a baseline build, I wanted to keep all that quality of life. So I basically wanted to make that build to have like a point ever to be used. So I figured out that this build would just suck when you use it in a short mission. However, if you wanna stay a longer time in a mission, preferably like 1 hour plus, well, then it would make more sense to use it and would be way more usable. So just like in my first Mesa video, which is completely up to date still, we will be using Arcane Avenger and nearly the same exact build with the exception of primed redirection. So our second component, which is Adarza Kavat, will be able to give us reinforced bond alongside tenacious bond because of the link redirection mod. And of course the mod why we even using Adarza, which is the Cat's Eye, a 60% flat critical strike chance. And we also gonna go for Tech Enhance, even though it just gives us extra 3 seconds on Cat's Eye, why not? We also be using Aerial Bond to easily res Adarza if it gets downed, and Bite for our Tenacious Bond. And of course my quality of life that I never put off any pet, which is Primed Animal Instinct and Fetch. Reflect is optional. We will also be using Grimoire as I always do in any of my builds, but for completely other reason that I usually do, which is just to host secondary outburst in its arcane slot. Of course when you swap to it already, you can always use that alternate fire for the fire rate, for the ability strength if you want, but mainly we need secondary outburst, so we can use literally any secondary as long as we have secondary outburst on it. And signs that increases our critical strike chance and our critical damage by 20 per combo consumed. This is like one of the best damage gains we can get for Mesa. So Ceramic Dagger stacked up, melee crescendo, this is what you really want to get if you wanna play Mesa. Or I should say if you wanna get 110% out of Mesa. Especially that it's the only arcane we can use on normal secondary that will work for our regulators. But let me quickly show you how it looks like before I talk about all the rest we have for the critical strike chance. So see ya once I'm fully stacked on the melee crescendo. And just quickly before we go further into the video, as you guys can see, 90% of you are not subscribed. So if you're enjoying the content, please leave a subscribe and maybe share with anyone you think would be interested in the video. So thank you in advance and let's continue with the video. I rest Adarza with the aerial bond. Oh, he got de-reased, bro. So yeah, you just saw my quick encounter with our good guy Acolyte. And I'm ready now fully. And yeah, we're gonna wait for another one. And meanwhile, we're gonna check how far we go with the crit. We just need our Adarza not to die that often. And our Cedo to debuff some Puncture. Exclamation mark. Let's see how many of these we can get. We need to get higher secondary outbursts like this. Refresh it real quick. And there's a death, I need to jump up, press it. One more time. Okay, he's back. And I need more enemies, hello. Oh, I got great. Please, Cedo, debuff. Debuff them properly. Oh, Acolyte's there. This guy seemed like a bit tankier. Refresh this, boom, debuff them. Rest the cat. Of course the cat's dead all the time. Holy fuck, I should have built him a bit more defensive other than my resting him. Okay, full crit. And I got crit from Adarza. I mean, I don't really have enough enemies to check it. Well, exclamation mark is guaranteed. But I knew that before. Come on, man. Refresh this, debuff them. Fucking lazy, Kavat, give me the crit. That's why I don't use really Adarza anymore that often. The cooldown is brutal, and it starts after the buff off. So, yeah. I mean, there's just not enough enemies, man. Like, straight up. What am I supposed to do? They die way too fast. Well, I'm pretty sure I can get the double exclamation mark with the good puncture debuffs. But my Adarza just cannot be like on lazy mode. Where my crit buff? Darza, for fuck's sake. Oh, here we go. Did I get it? Yeah, so with a bit more annoyment due to stacking crescendo, it looks just a notch little better than normal Mesa since we just got a bit more crit and we see more often criticals with exclamation mark. Although using Glaive Prime solely to get Mark of the Beast and having to stack melee crescendo, well, it doesn't really convince me to swap away from my Ceramic Dagger with the cover Lethality, Ceramic Dagger Riven, and Corrupt Charge, since these three already give me 81.5 combo points, and that's not even the greatest Riven you can get. And don't forget about Cannon Blade Evolution, which gives you another 100 if you kill with your primary, and you can just equip some decent primary that does some AoE killing, like Torrid for example, and you're already enjoying your combo points to be pushed to 181.5. But then we also have Evolution number 3, which is another 20 initial combo points, putting you on 201.5 combo points. So you're literally less than 20 combo points from the max 12x multiplier. I could have simply used Rauta instead Cedo to get the combo points, but replacing our Mechadog Primer for Adarza is a big loss in terms of like status debuffs. So with the Mechadog we usually use, with the Corrosive and Cold loadout with the Puncture because of the Patoten, plus Viral from Mesa, so he has also Viral, you get a lot of more crit stuff related like critical strike chance and critical strike damage. So I had to keep any kind of primer, and the only issue is that only after I was done with the run I realized this shit does not have puncture on its alternate fire. So I think I will just retry it with Rauta, with Epitaph, since I have puncture on it to prime with it and I put some puncture mod on it, and I will keep secondary outburst instead of normally encumber. And I'm gonna go with Glaive with just some efficiency so I don't have to shoot back that many combo points. To be fair, since it's Simulacrum, I decided to just stack my melee crescendo real quick on level 1 enemies with the Vazarin. And I think that's the best way out, since I will not have to like worry about shooting back my combo points. Okay, let's see how it's gonna look like. I hope the Epitaph won't kill them too fast. So hard to do quick shots. I mean, even those guys die so fast, it's insane. I think I got it. So I got the double exclamation mark in the last 0.6 seconds of my Adarza Kavat critical strike chance buff. And to be fair, the biggest issue is the fact that the puncture does not get applied from radial attacks. Only the direct impact attacks do. Just look. But I think it's safe to assume that if I got 2 examination marks without puncture, it's only gonna be better with it, and closing up on the 3 exclamation marks. So I think if I used Harrow Spectre, I would be closing up on 3rd exclamation mark. But it's really hard to pass on the combo of our Dog Primer and Ceramic Dagger because of how fast you get to 220. You just literally have to like do one finisher in a pack of enemies and you're gonna have the extra 20 that you don't have. And I mean, priming is just power, cold, puncture, everything, viral, corrosive. This is just crazy. Look at that shit. Just remember how broken this primer is. And you don't have to do anything, then just stand and shoot. That will be all from me for now. I hope you enjoyed my experiment to maxing Mesa's crit. And if you did, please like, comment, share and subscribe. And as always, see ya in the next one.